So we're starting in child's pose this morning. Open your knees as wide as the mat. Let your hips sink back to your heels. The arms can be outstretched by your side, wherever it is comfortable for you right now. And just start to slowly breathe into the spaces side to side, top and bottom, wrapping around your body. So if you start to slow down the breath, you'll start to slow down the thoughts, the actions. Please modify or amplify as needed. Let your body guide you. Good morning, Isra. Nice to see you. Okay, there you are. Good. We're starting in child's pose. Good. All right, so as we move this first child's pose over to the right side, take your left hand on top of the right palm, push your hips to your heels. So glad to see you. Breathe underneath your left armpit and all the way down to the outer left hip. Walk a little bit more to the right side. Find a little bit more space, just to the point where you notice it but not feel uncomfortable with it. Inhale, return through the center to the other side. Start off with just a nice easy stretch before amplifying it. Breathe in and breathe out. And then go ahead and walk a little further to the left side. Return to center, inhale, walk the arms forward now all the way out in front of you, push the hips all the way back behind you. While in this child's pose, start to make some cat-cow actions without coming up to your hands and knees, just a small little movement of rounding and extending the spine. And the next time you come to the rounded spine, keep it there and pull yourself now into your hands and knees. The arms can be a little bit outstretched. Pull the belly into the spine, tuck the knees underneath the hips. Let your head hang down. Shake it out, yes and no. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back. Maybe tuck your toes. Exhale, round and curl, top of the foot, shin down. Pull the belly into the spine. Push back a little bit with your hips. Inhale, now come a little bit forward. Arch your back. Exhale, round and curl, pull back with your hips. Inhale, extend and reach out. Exhale, pull back, round and curl. And now let's make this just a little bit more of a moving back towards your hips and moving forward towards your hips in the front. So just a little bit of lengthening, pulling back and forth from a child's pose to a modified cobra or up dog. Take this then into some circular motions. Start to work through the shoulders, wrists, hips, knees, ankles, fingers, toes. And then take it in the opposite direction. Return yourself back to the center. Find a neutral position, a little bit more hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take your right arm up and open, press the palm away. Exhale, sweep it underneath, but don't stay. Come back up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. This time we'll stay. Walk the left arm forward. Roll onto the back of the right side of your head, perhaps your right shoulder. So keep reaching the left arm forward and the right arm to the left. And then hug your knees and hips towards the midline. Inhale, keep your left arm forward. Bring your right arm to meet it. Forehead or chin and chest to the floor. Arms are elevated, so your palms are on the floor, but your wrists, forearms, elbows are up. Inhale, come back up. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Lift the left arm up, open it out. Tap under your right arm 3 times. So reach out. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reach underneath. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, reach underneath, and this time we'll stay back of the head to the floor. Right arm out in front of you, reaching in 2 directions in opposition, and then draw the hips to the midline. So the right hip, bring it a little bit closer to center. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center, both arms out in front of you. Chin, chest, or forehead to the floor. Good. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Put a nice rounding to the spine. Tuck the tailbone beneath you. Inhale, come back to neutral. Step your right foot back behind you and a little bit more to the right so your hips stay a little bit more level. The left foot is going to stay either as it is, or you're going to sweep it out to the left side a little bit. That will make it more stable for you. So roll onto your left side, left hand on the floor, right arm in the air. Right leg right now is long on the floor. Lift out of your left side waistline, and then float your right leg in the air. Stretch your right arm back and over your head, palm down. Open up your chest. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen out of your hip. Breathe in as you bend your right knee, grab a hold of the foot, top of the foot, shin. Push your hips forward, shoulders, chest back and open. Hold on to your ankle. Look down and step your right foot in between your 2 hands. Well, now your 2 hands. Hands on the floor of the blocks. Lift your chest up. So the right knee is over the ankle, the left knee is behind the hip. Shoulders drop back and away from your ears. Inhale. And exhale. Couple rounds of breath just to surrender those hips down a little bit more. One more breath. Good. Now inhale, tuck your toes of your left leg underneath you. Lift the left knee off the floor. Low lunge, hands are supported on the blocks of the floor. And as you exhale, straighten your leg, your front leg. And then you can choose to walk the blocks back on a higher level to keep, if your hamstrings are tight, pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Or you can walk your hands further out in front of you. Again, the block's on any height for you. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold over your right shin. Continue to remind yourself that the right hip pulls back as the left hip pulls forward, and the pelvis is level, so the right hip pulls back and slightly down. One more breath here. Inhale, rebend your right knee and lower your left knee to the floor. Keep the toes tucked as you bring the arms overhead. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Exhale, sink a little lower. Hands can touch, they don't have to. One more breath. As you empty the breath, release your hands to the floor or the blocks. And once again, step your right foot to your left foot, lift your hips in the air, downward facing dog now. Bend one knee, then the other, and just find yourself in that walking dog. And when you're ready to find some stillness, just settle into the center. Let your head rest towards your chest. Shake out your neck, yes and no, get rid of any tension. Inhale. And exhale, come forward to a high plank, top of a push-up, pull the belly up and in. Broaden the collarbones, lift the kneecaps up. Stay strong through your legs, through your center, through your core. Looking straight ahead, bring your right knee on the floor and open up to your left side. Left arm opens, left leg on the floor. Press down through your right hand. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now take the left arm overhead and perhaps lift the left leg up off the floor. Open yourself more to the left side. Hug in the right hip. Lengthen the left. One more breath. Good. Now bend the left leg and grab a hold of the left foot. And again, the right foot, it's either on the floor, turned to the side a little bit, or if you have the balance, you can keep it a little bit closer in line with where it was originally. Hold on to your left foot, look down, and step, and step your left foot forward, holding on to the leg, or you could do what I did and fall over. All right, hands on the floor, just to elevate your chest from your thighs. Pull your shoulders back, drop the right hip down, broaden the collarbones, inhale, and exhale. So there's a little bit of compression in the left hip, the right hip is open, but the left knee is over the ankle. It could be slightly in front, but you don't want your heel to lift. One more breath. Good. Tuck your right toes underneath you, lift your right knee off the floor, keep your hips nice and low in the low lunge. And on the exhaling breath, you start to straighten the leg, and you decide how far, how high you want the blocks, or just use the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. And again, the left hip pulls back and down, the right hip pulls forward, leveling out the pelvis. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more breath. Bring the right knee bent. Lower the right knee to the left knee bent. Lower the right knee to the floor. Breathe in. Keep your toes tucked under as you inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Sink down, open up, find space. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in big, empty, full. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor of the blocks. Step your left foot to your right foot and lift your hips in the air, downward facing dog. Inhale high on your toes and shift to a plank position. Exhale, lift your hips up in the air. Inhale, lift up onto your toes, shift into your plank position. Either lower your knees or just bend your arms and go halfway down on your belly or all the way through for an upward facing dog. Good, shoulders back, heart opens. Good, lower the knees to the floor and sit on your heels, child's pose. Inhale, come to your hands and knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips up in the air, downward facing dog. Shift forward, lower your left knee to the floor. Open up to the right side and lift the right leg up. Stretch the arm overhead for a breath. Exhale, grab a hold of the foot, pull the hip forward and the heel back. Open up your shoulders and chest. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Exhale, send your left knee back. This time, reach the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Tuck the back toes. Lift the right left knee and straighten the right leg up. Toes up or down. Pulling the right hip back behind you. Inhale, come back to your bent knee on the right leg, but this time keep your left leg off the floor. Put a block on the outside of your right foot if you have a block. Turn your left foot on its side. So you might be a little bit more heel to heel or heel to instep. Take your left hand to your left hip and open up to the right side, left side. Right knee parallel or right thigh parallel to the floor. Left arm up. Oh my God, the kids are so big. Breathe in, breathe out. It's been a couple of years. Good. Stretch the arms like a T, left arm over right. Stay with it. Use your legs for the support. Your arms are just a little bit, to hold on to but not push into. Now we're going to take that same block if you have it higher and straighten your right leg up into a triangle pose. Tuck the tailbone underneath you. Lift the waistline up. So like you have a corset around your waistline, but you do, it's inside of your body, you can't see it. So hug the waistline midline. Look down at your right toes, inhale. And exhale, find a little bit more space here. And on the inhale, come back up, straighten both legs, left arm down, right arm up. Bump your left hip towards your right hip. Get a nice long stretch all the way down the right side body. And then rebend your right knee. Reverse warrior. Back back leg is firm, right knee is in line with the second, third toe. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale, come forward, hands on the floor blocks. Spin your back hip forward. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Shift forward to a high plank. Lower your right knee to the floor. Turn over to the left side, left arm up and overhead, left leg up in the air. Exhale, bend your left knee, grab a hold of the foot, shin, ankle. Kick the leg back, but push the hip forward, inhale. Look down, exhale, step the leg through. Send the right leg back and inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Drop your hips down, reach your heart up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Tuck your back toes under and straighten your leg. Have a block near you on the outside of your left foot on any height. Inhale, rebend your left knee. And you might need to snuggle the foot a little bit more to the center of your mat. Turn your right foot on its side, so 2 o'clock if you had a clock in front of you. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. Open up. Tuck the tailbone beneath you, lift the waistline up. Stretch your right arm up nice and strong. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Look down at your left leg. Take your block and turn it on its highest height and straighten your leg. So if you just roll it back, it'll be in the right position right by your calf. And then shoulders stack, hips are squeezing in, belly is lifted, pelvic floor is lifted. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Find your biggest space. Inhale, rise up, reverse the warrior, reverse the triangle. Bump your right hip forward. Lift out of your waistline like you're being pulled up and over. One more breath. And then just bend your knee. Reverse warrior pose. Inhale, come back around, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of the mat, float your right leg in the air, open up your right hip, bend and straighten. Keep your shoulders, torso squared. And then bring your knee to your chest. Exhale, step your right foot through. Let's go right into that side angle. So take your right hand on the block. Open up your left arm. This time take your left arm back and around over your head. Palm down. And then spin your thumb up as you spin the shoulders, torso open. So full side angle. Traditional side angle pose. Good. Very little weight on your right hand. One more breath. Good. Now slide the block up higher just by your calf. Straighten your front leg. And you're back in the triangle pose for a moment. Look down in the triangle. Rise up and reverse the triangle just for the breath. Take your left hand around your waist or perhaps your right thigh. Bend your right knee. Inhale. Reach your right arm forward. Reach your torso forward. Hand on the floor of the block, right outside or in front of your left foot, and begin to float your left leg off the floor with your hand bound behind your back. Open your torso to the left side. Flex the left foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Stack your shoulders, firm up your legs. Release the bind of your left arm, so it looks like a triangle with one leg off the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Look down. You're going to step all the way back and bring your right hand outside your right leg one more time. Arm over the head. I just found out yesterday that this song gets like really loud in the middle, so I apologize. Come back up, not the original though. Stand up, straighten your right leg. Put your hands on your hips, so both feet are going to turn to the left side. Adjust it so your feet are parallel to each other. Put your thumbs in that notch right at your back, like your kidney notch, and kind of give it a little massage. Lift your chest up. Soften the knees and forward fold, come in between your two legs. You can have a block there with your hands to be placed, or maybe your head to be placed on the block. Otherwise, just folds forward, shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet. Head hangs down, shake it out, yes and no. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Move your block back to the front and turn around, face the front of the room. Step back to a high plank, pause. Shift forward, bend your elbows, chaturanga, pause. Inhale, upward dog, pause. Exhale, downward dog. Feet are together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg up, open your hip bend and straighten a couple times. Keep your left arm pointing downward. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest and step the left leg through. Block on the outside of the left foot. Turn your back foot on its side. Inhale, take the right arm up, and now spread it over your head, palm down. And then rotate the thumb up so the torso will open up with it. Breathe in all the way from your fingertips to your toe tips. Left knee is bent, left arm is holding on for support, but not putting dead weight into it. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, now bring your right arm up, take your block higher, come up into the triangle pose. Just straightening the front leg, breathe in, breathe out. Squeeze your legs, hug them inward on the inner thigh and outward on the upper thigh. Look down, inhale, rise up. Reverse this, straight leg. Right hand comes behind your back, perhaps all the way around to your left inner thigh. And then rebend your left knee. Inhale, pull yourself up and forward, and take your left hand in front, on a block perhaps, in front or to the side of your left leg, and open up everything to the right side of your space. Flex your foot, stack your shoulders. Find energy in the standing leg. Before you do anything else, get the supported leg, the foundational leg strong. Then lift your right arm up in the air. Where you gaze is up to you. You and your balance today, it's a very particular thing. One more breath. Good. And then soften your left knee. Step your right foot back. Left hand again outside the left thigh or the left foot. So, the block is always helpful for that. Reach long, fingertip to toe tip. Inhale, bring your right arm up, stand up tall, turn to the right side of your mat. Adjust your feet, bring your hands to your hips once again. Just give yourself that little massage, lift your chest up. And then soften the knees as you forward fold. This time let's grab either the big toe grip with your peace fingers or grab your hands to the outside of your pinky side of the foot and kind of make a little ledge to put your fingers underneath. And pull yourself in half. Exhale, hang your head down. So you almost feel like you're going to go into a somersault. The weight is forward towards, the hips should be over the ankles and the weight should be towards the balls of your feet. One more breath. Pull yourself up, inhale, lengthen, release your hands. Exhale, turn to face the front of your space. And step into plank, chaturanga, all in that exhaling breath. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are up in the air, feet come back together at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up high, keep it straight this time, chest towards your thighs. Exhale, extend your right foot forward. Take your blocks, take them on their highest height, and it's about a 2 to 3 foot step between your two legs. So the left leg is about hips width apart. You might have to widen it, you might have to shorten it. And walk your hands out in front of your right leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull the right hip back and exhale, fold over your right leg. So your arms are outstretched. Good. If you only have one block in front. If you don't have a block, hands on the floor, shins wherever you need it to be. Good. Keeping your hands on the block on their highest height. Look forward, inhale, bend your right knee. Send the weight into the right leg and shift your weight. Left leg comes off the floor. Supported warrior 3 pose. Pull the right hip in, left hip back. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, one more breath. Exhale, bend your left knee to your chest, round and curl. Place the foot to the floor, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, move the blocks to the side and let your body fall down. Tuck the chin into the chest and roll yourself to standing, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and float your right leg off the floor. So just lift the right knee off the floor. Balance here. Without using your hands, extend your right leg forward. Pull your left hip in and stretch your arms to the sky. And sweep the right leg behind you. Reach out, hands anywhere for warrior 3, this time on the other side. Hips are square, breathe. Hands can be on the blocks. Good, lift your left leg, your right leg up a little higher, everyone. Hinge a little bit more forward. And then exhale, step your right foot back about 2 to 3 feet. Inhale, so we're coming from standing this time. Exhale, bring it through the center. Grab the blocks and put them back in front. Just check out, look behind you, and make sure your right leg, you can see it first of all. And it's about hips width or a little bit wider perhaps. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale and fold, exhale. So keeping the arms outstretched, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Find length in the spine, find stability. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Weight into the left leg or back into the warrior 3, supported on this side. Pull your left hip up and in, right leg back, crown of the head to the toes. One strong, long line. Belly is lifted, breath is soft, facial muscles are soft and relaxed. So in a time of stress, which, warrior 3 can be very stressful, if you find some stillness with the breath and the facial muscles, you won't tense up, you'll stay focused, present. One more breath, bring your right knee to your chest, round and curl as you exhale. Step your right foot down, move your blocks, rise up, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Shift the weight to your right leg, lift your left leg up. Find your balance, extend your left leg out. So without using your hands to hold anywhere or support, right? See if you can find stability in this left leg, more in the right leg. Arms come up or down or anywhere in between. Good. Bring your hands to your heart as you shift your left leg. Wow, I'm all off balance. If you shift your left leg back, and perhaps you want to hold your hands back on the blocks, or the hands can come forward, back, or to the side. Forward is going to be your most challenging pose physically in terms of your back. Now lift the left leg up a little bit higher. And then place your hands back on the blocks. Step back. Widen your legs Side to side wide, forward and back, you're back into the pyramid pose. Take a block in your left hand, we'll put it on the inside today. Any height on the inside of your right foot. Right hand comes up and lengthen your spine. So we'll revolve this, we haven't revolved much today. Rotate your torso to the right side. Stack your shoulders, hug your hips. Float the right arm in the air, palm faces away from your body. So if you think like you're putting your weight like warrior 3 into your right leg, adjust your back foot and your front foot if needed to find yourself in at least supported evenly stance. One more big breath, find a little bit more space. Empty the breath and fold down. Bend your right knee and let your head rest on your knee, tuck your chin. Inhale, look forward. Adjust your blocks, step your feet together. And exhale, step your right foot back. 2 to 3 feet. Have a block on the inside of your left foot, any height. Place your right hand on the block, left hand on your hip, lengthen, inhale. Then rotate to the left side. The other way, Karen. So you're revolving. Right hand down, left arm up. Yeah. And then take the left arm up. So find somewhere that you're stable. It's not so far back, Karen. If you move it up a little bit closer, your back leg up a little closer. Yeah. Rotate the torso. Good answer. One more breath. Find a little bit more space. And then release your hand and fold over your left leg. Tuck your chin into your chest and let your head hang down. Inhale, look forward, walk your hands forward. Step your feet back into a plank position. Shift shoulders over wrists. Bend the elbows, maybe the knees. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Bend your knees and walk your feet to the middle of your mat. Come to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold and take your peace finger grip now around your big toes. Wrap the thumb between the fingers and the toes, look forward, inhale. And exhale, draw your elbows out to the side, bring your head towards your shins. Shift the weight, hips over the heels, let go of tension, neck, shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Hands to hips or heart, rise up to stand. Good. Release your arms by your side. Stand tall for 1 moment. Broadening the collarbones, crown of the head to the sky, chin parallel to the floor. Legs firm, big toe, little toe, ball of the foot. Lift the knees up, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, float your right leg up. You can open your eyes. Take your left hand on the knee or the foot and begin to extend your right leg out. Now you don't have to. You can keep your knee bent. Rotate your torso to the right, right arm behind you. If you can, you're going to look nice, guys. Look towards your back hand. Just find a steady focus. It's not going to be something that moves, so it's not going to be me on the screen. It may just be a leaf outside your window. Come back to the center slowly. Once again, release your hands. Release your leg. Lift your leg up. This time, feet on the floor. Hands to prayer. Release your arms. Stand tall like a mountain. Open your eyes. Left leg comes up. Take your right hand to the outside of the knee, or just to the knee. My balance is really off today, guys. Maybe you're going to grab a hold of the outside of your foot, and maybe you're going to extend the leg. Maybe the arm goes behind you. I say maybe because it doesn't really matter if it doesn't happen that way. And notice there might be one side that's more agreeable. Open, breathe. Eye gaze is the last thing that happens. Now really firm up that right leg, Michelle. Really pull the knee up and press firmly into the ground. Yeah, that's the hard part, right? Sometimes just grabbing the foot's the easy part. One more breath as you come forward. Release the hands. And float your leg down. Hi. Separate your feet and forward fold. Bend your knees. Hang your head. Inhale, lengthen your spine and walk your hands forward. Step your legs back and lift your hips into a downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your chest. And then bring your right knee to your right wrist. Send your left foot back behind you. And you're going to come down to the floor. But let's get a block underneath the right hip today. If you have two blocks, you could put your other block underneath your hands. Or you can keep your hands to the floor or your thighs. Or you can stretch your arms all the way up. Reach. So we're trying to level out the shoulders, the hips, by using the block underneath the hips. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands, walk them forward. Choose to stay on the block or let it go. As long as you can keep your hips forward, breathe in, breathe out. Let go. Couple breaths here. One more breath. Good. If you're still on the block, you're going to bring yourself up. Take the block out to the side for a moment. You might have to bring it back. Lean onto your right leg. Shift your left leg around to the outside of the right leg. Make sure your right foot is far enough from your hips that you're not sitting on it. Hug your hands around your shin. Lift your torso up. Left foot is on the ground, so move it forward if the toes are not touching. Right, so that you're not just leaning on your pinky side. Hold on to your right hand, lift your left arm up, inhale. Turn that arm behind you, exhale, palm down. Lift your chest, move the palm more towards your right side so you have a little bit more space here. Lift and lengthen and twist. And then choose to keep your right hand where it is or take it up, hug, twist, or bind. Breathe in, breathe out. Tall on the inhale, deep on the exhale. Good, now keep the twist but look to the right. And then release to the right. Lengthen your spine. Take your left hand peace finger grip around your left big toe. Return to center, lift your left leg up. Straighten it and take it out to the side. Now straight is relative, right? Not everybody's going to have a perfectly straight leg here. Breathe in, reach your right arm out. So we could have done this standing, but we chose to do it on the floor today. One more breath. If you can hold on as you bring your left leg to the floor. Stretch your right arm up and over. So the left arm is going to give you a little leverage to open up a little bit more in the shoulders, torso. So you might have to let go of your left foot with your hand. Inhale, rise up. Right arm behind you. Left arm sweeps up and open. Push your hips forward. Exhale, release your hip down. Send your left leg behind you. Tuck the toes underneath you. Lift your chest. And send your right leg in the air. Open the right hip. Bend and straighten. If you'd like to flip your dog here, right leg comes behind you. And you're either back in that dancer's bridge or bend your knees into a wheel variation. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, release your hands, turn it back around. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, come to plank. Inhale, kick it back up and lower the foot to the floor. Chest to thighs, breathe. Inhale, float your left leg in the air. Open and bend the knee, Open the hip, bend the knee. Exhale, come back to center. Pull the knee to the chest. And then the knee to the left wrist as you lay your foot onto the floor, or your thigh onto the floor. Take your block on its low side underneath your hips. Stay here, or you can put your hands, if you have a second block, to stay upright, or you might bring your arms up over your head. So the levelness of the hips, lengthen out of your rib cage, reach up, inhale, and then begin to fold forward. Choose to stay on or take the block off. Let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Slow down the thoughts, slow down the breath. Now begin to come back up with your hands, move the block to the side. Exhale, sit on your left hip and bring your right leg around to the outside of the left thigh. Move your left foot so you're not sitting on it and hold on to your shins. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch your right arm up, bring it behind you towards the left side of your body. Twist over to the right side and decide to stay there, or take your left arm up, hug, twist, or bind. Inhale and exhale. Good, now keep the twist but look to the left. Exhale. And then turn to the left. Take your right hand, peace finger grip on the right big toe. Inhale, come back to center, straighten the leg in front of you, and open it out to the side. Left arm can come up. See where you're at. Good. Try not to collapse backwards, right, and away from your sitting bones, but rather move forward or put yourself on the block again. Inhale, release your right foot to the floor, holding on or not. Take your left arm up and over. So if you like, you can move the hand even on a block, but move the hand on the inside to give you this little extra leverage to open up. Inhale, come up, left arm behind you. Push your hips up. Little dancer's bridge. Exhale, lower your hips to the floor. Spin your right leg back behind you. Tuck the toes underneath you. Lift the left leg up. Open the left hip. Bend and straighten a couple times. Stay here or flip your dog. Left foot to the floor, either into that dancer's bridge or back into a real position. One arm up, both arms down. You choose. Your body makes the choice often. Inhale, release it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, floor on the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor, a little bit forward. Cross any ankle, sit behind your legs, stretch your legs out in front of you. Adjust the flesh from underneath you, have a block nearby, maybe even two. Good. Stretch your arms overhead, inhale. Hinge forward, exhale, hold on to your big toe, the bottom of your foot, a block, depends on your flexibility. Relax shoulders, inhale. And exhale, fold. Breathe in, breathe out. Slow down. Let the breath guide you and carry you forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise up, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. So you're sitting tall. Legs are straight, toes point up towards your face. Inhale. Tuck your chin in, exhale. Round your back without the use of your arms. See if you can roll down one vertebrae at a time. Lower, mid, and upper back to the floor. Release your arms and stretch them over your head. Reach long from fingertip to toe tip. Inhale, draw your right knee to your chest, lift your head and shoulders up. Flex both feet, lift your left leg off the floor. About 2 inches. Stay upright if you can, straighten your right leg, flex, point. And then let go of your arms and legs and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Lower the left leg, bring the right knee to the chest. Take your left hand and guide your right knee across your body to the left side. If you have the space, extend your right leg out. If you don't have the space, it's fine, keep it bent. Turn the right palm up and open so the chest shoulder starts to release. And then you can bend the top leg as you do this. Bring the left leg to meet the right leg, then bend both knees and bring the knees a little closer to your chest. Bend your right elbow so you're in a goal post. I'm getting a little bit more stretch opening into the right shoulder. Inhale, release your hands, draw your knees to your chest. Hug your knees into your chest, round and curl, lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale, lower your head, lower your right leg, hug your left knee into your chest. Flex your feet. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Now point your toes, lift your right leg up and extend your left leg in the air. Stay upright and release your hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right leg, bring the left knee to the chest. Take your left leg across your body to the right side. Left palm open. And then if you can, straighten the left leg. I can, meaning do you have the space? Because it doesn't have to be straight, so that's not an issue. And then bring the right leg to meet the left leg towards the right shoulder. Bend the left elbow like a goal post. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders up as you grab a hold of the top of the foot, shin, ankles, wherever. Lower your head down. And then rock and roll yourself to sitting for a moment. If you have 2 blocks, take one block and put it back about an arm's length away where your head will likely go. Take another block. So if you only have 1 block, do this. If you don't have any blocks, I'll give you something else. So the block is flat right behind your back. You're going to lift it up 1 time and then lower it down again. If you don't have a block, just come down onto your forearms like this, and you'll lift yourself up into this fish position. If you have the block on the floor should go right underneath your shoulder blades, and your head will rest on the other block. You choose the height. It's not going to be the highest height. It might be the second height or the lowest height. So you're either on your forearms being supported in fish, or you're supported with a block, a bolster, a towel, a blanket, into this open chest, hip position. We're going to stay here for a few rounds of breath. So settle in and just allow your heart to open. Expand your shoulders, chest. Start to notice as you stay in the pose a little bit longer, the thoughts that come up and arise. Is it I need to come out of this pose, I'm uncomfortable, or man, I could stay here all day, feels so good. And you're gonna have that a lot in like every pose. It's peaceful, it's powerful. It's the combination of both. One more than the other. Take 2 more breaths. If you're just on your forearms, tuck your chin into your chest and let go of your arms and roll down. If you're on the block, bend your knees. Bring yourself onto either side, whatever feels right for you, and then bring yourself back all the way up to sitting. Move the blocks away from you, back to each side. Bring your legs out in front of you with a bent knee. Hands hold on underneath your thighs. Lift up, inhale, and tuck your chin in, roll down, exhale. One more time, bring the knees up to the chest. This time, grab a hold of the bottoms of your feet or the outer edge and find a happy baby pose. Tailbone on the floor, feet towards the sky. Roll on your spine, just massaging your spine out. Gently draw the arms to bring the legs closer towards the floor, but keep the tailbone down. So if your tailbone's up, take your hands a little higher on your leg. Release the hands from the feet, draw the knees back to the chest. One more time. Let's flex the feet and grab the bottom of the feet and lift your head and shoulders up and really compress yourself. Hold the knees to the chest to the knees, the tailbone to the floor. Take another big breath here. Exhale, let the head come down and extend the legs out in front of you. Let your legs open up the width of your mat. Reach your arms down by your side and turn your palms to face up. Breathe in. And empty the mouth, let it go. Ah. Make your way into this final pose with some peace and stillness. Scan your body, notice if there's any tension. And direct your breath into those spaces that are carrying tension. And use the mantra of let go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Stay as long as you like. If I'm disturbing your peace, just turn off the video. Or begin to deepen your breath and make small movements through your fingers, your toes, your wrists and ankles. Bring your knees up to your chest. Make your way onto either side. Bring yourself up to sitting. Find a comfortable position to find your few moments of stillness to bring your hands to your heart center. Take this opportunity peace, love, light, goodness, beauty within each one of you. Namaste. Those of you at home, stay strong, stay